Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more CK3 I got here today on the channel. We're going to be playing as Viserys Targaryen. Robert has won his rebellion. He's going to be merciful to the lords that rebelled against him. And he has Viserys Targaryen imprisoned. He's going to be merciful. So in this continuation save, an alternative timeline, Robert's rebellion was not swift. Rhaegar didn't die on the Trident. He died in the Stormlands, and it was a bloody war. Robert had to flee to Storm's End with Stannis, and that was the only way he won. He lost Lyanna and his best friend Ned, along with a lot of rebellion forces. So he's a lot more scarred and jaded. But he listened to Jon Arryn, and his recommendation was to free the young Targaryen boy. After spending time in Essos in exile, Viserys and Daenerys are now back in Dragonstone. Rhaella fled to the Dragonstone fortress with her red wine husband, but unfortunately died. Viserys now sits in Dragonstone, 10 years of age, and has a playdate with Arianna Martell, which is nice. So unfortunately my Valyrian regent, Montford, has a massive loan here, 500, and we're not going to be able to pay it. The Golden Rivalry. Oh, Tywin Lannister has paid it, now he's got a claim on Dragonstone. Hopefully he doesn't use that against us. But now we just want to make plans and preparations to usurp Robert. So Robert's 28, lover's pox. Was briefly married there, but now he's going down in the Stepstones. I have now come of age, 16. I've been accompanying Robert in his wars in the Stepstones, a very Targaryen thing to do. Vengeful memories. Robert's 29, who sits the Iron Throne. So we can get a plot against Robert with a bonus. So let's do that. Okay, so just looking at the scheme, I don't think it's going to work. Even if we have Willem Darry, Denly Thorn, I don't think it's going to work. And it might anger the lords because we're going to rise up against Robert when we can. Okay. So, Viserys Velaryon been dispatched. And this scheme against Robert has been bound, so we're going to have to abandon it. But he's just been warring in the Stepstones for most of my childhood, but Viserys is the spitting image of Rhaegar. I do find Viserys a lot more sympathetic in the show. Harry Lloyd's acting of him is fantastic, and I do feel a little bit bad for Viserys in the books. He definitely was manipulated and goaded by Jorah Mormont. Man, Jorah Mormont is an awful, awful person in the books. Oh my god, he's terrible. He's such a creep. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be able to seduce Arianne Martell. I'm still betrothed to Daenerys, but there's such a big age gap. I don't think it's going to work. Hang on, so he's married Selyse Florent. Wait, why? Oh, this might be our justification to get more lords on side. Oh my god, Stannis the Manus was murdered by Selyse. Edric is a canon child. Oh, that's cool. There's been a fair few canon childs survived, so that actually is Stannis' son. Interesting. Okay, so I'm trying to get friendly with Arianna Martell. It would be a sensible alliance. If it doesn't work, maybe we marry Daenerys to Quentyn in the future. That would be fun. It's going to be a 5%. Oh no, unfortunately, Doran Martell and his countervalence isn't working. Is working against us. Renly's going to support us. Same with Mace and Doran. Interesting. Yeah, so I just don't think this scheme is ultimately going to work. Now or never, Arianne will be mine. Doran's wrath. Okay, so he's very upset. I'm surprised he doesn't want the Martell Targaryen alliance. Okay, let's quickly go around and have a look at some of the lords that could potentially join us. Renly rules the Stormlands, Doran down in Dorne, Mace rules the Reach, Tywin, Hoster, Balon, I'm assuming, rules the Riverlands, Robb Stark, and then Jon Arryn in the north. So, we're going to form a rebellion against the usurper, and I guess he's going to regret not getting rid of Viserys. Yeah, the only reason why he was opposed to killing Targaryens in the end, old Robert, and not assassinating Daenerys was Ned Stark convincing him. So maybe with Lyanna and Ned dead, and might give him a... He might have been more lenient thanks to Jon Arryn. Okay, just going to wait for everyone to load in, but thankfully it looks like the majority of the Lords of Westeros will join us in backing Robert, who married Mad Queen Selyse. That's really his undoing. I can't believe Stannis the Manus is no more. That's good. Another prominent general we won't have to deal with. So let's raise the armies and go against Robert Baratheon and hopefully have the Beggar King return and have a good King Viserys run. We could land in Sunspear. That would be more interesting. Oh, okay. Or maybe Storm's End, but it looks like we're going to be able to land directly in King's Landing because there's so many Crown land forces. Because you completely forget in the show, they kind of abandon it, but Renly was plotting to get Cersei to divorce Robert for quite some time. So now he's backed me here, which is interesting. Okay, King's Landing has basically fallen. So it kind of makes sense that Renly might go against his brother. He did in the books somewhat. Okay, I think they're about to fall here. We've got so many on our side. Yeah, look at this. Perfect. And now they've capitulated. No one likes Robert Baratheon on the Iron Throne. And Viserys Targaryen will return. Rob and Jon joined him, and now we have to deal with the usurper's dogs. And I think maybe we be a little bit more blessed, I suppose. How about we be just? So we'll send Robert Arryn to the wall. We won't destroy the house. So let's send him north. Robb Stark will join the Night's Watch. So all the lords that were traitors will be sent to the wall. The rest will be spared. Julian Swan and then Robert Baratheon himself. He did spare me, but we'll send him to the Night's Watch. Robert Baratheon takes the black. Cargyle is Lord Commander. He does have a daughter, Cassana Baratheon, legitimate. But yeah. Viserys Targaryen has taken the Iron Throne. He got what he deserved. Oh, there's a defiance here. Santigar and a couple of others have rejected us. Okay. Well, let's go to war and deal with them. Looks like Robert Arryn hasn't gone north either. Yes. The blood of the dragon will demand blood. The Brackens... Oh yeah, a couple of them have rebelled those orders. Interesting. Alright, let's deal with this revolt. Let's appoint the small council too. Especially the lords that joined us. We should definitely appoint. So probably should make Mace Hand the king. He brought the biggest army. I still can't believe how they did Highgarden so dirty in the show, my god. And their armies too. They should have had like 80,000 men. Hoster can be Master of Law. Balon can be Men-at-Arms. Tywin can be Master of Coin. We're going to have to put Renly in here too. We'll make Doran Master of Whisperers. I don't want to bring Renly in just yet, but we'll have to at some stage, I suppose. New Kingsguard? Oh, yes, we should. So, Jaime can stay. Balon Swan is one of Robert's cronies, so we'll get rid of him. Darry will keep. Peasbury will keep two. I always get confused between Peasbury and Beesbury. Justin Massey needs to go. Lewin Martell's still alive. Barristan the Bold can stay. But ultimately swore fealty to Daenerys, and I guess we'll strip them and send them to the Night's Watch too. But yes, Viserys is very paranoid in the first book, and it's nearly rightly so because there is a plot against him. Him getting drunk and going into Vase Dothrak is actually similar to like the Robert plot too. Feeding wine and went in there with a sword and went about the place, and one of the handmaidens demanding Daenerys. I do feel like he was very set up in the books, deliberately so, before Khal Drogo got to him and gave him a golden crown. We had to give some of the loyalist supporters here. Spores of War. Pushing into the Vale now to bring down the rebellious Robert Arryn. Gonna take the Bloody Gate here now. Santigar's joining them. Nice. The Knights of the Vale. Oh my god, there's so many of them here down in King's Landing. Had to double back. So we're gonna take it. Nice. Santigar. Still a decent amount of troops. Not wanting to be sent to the Night's Watch. Nice. And the revolt has been quelled. Let's take the Santigar as a hostage. We'll ward them. Got to forget about what Robert Arryn's warding and what sort of caused the conflict at the start. We'll have Viserys' coronation now, though. I'll choose Aerys as crown. Okay, we need some new Kingsguard members, but Scaly Allard, he seems pretty good. Let's bring him in to the Kingsguard. We don't even need to change the armor. And King Viserys III, the Beautiful, has been crowned. And let's finish the coronation. The Targaryens are back. Upgrade the Dragon Guard. Okay, so Cotter Pike is now Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. I wonder if that will change. I've been going with Warfare more lately, because it just helps me in battles. Okay, so Viserys is betrothed to Daenerys. Jon Snow is currently in Essos. Aemon's imprisoned. I was just curious to see if there was any other Blackfires or family members. I feel like they removed House Brightflame. Maybe that's in the other bookmark mods. Oh, speaking of Aegon, he's now come again. Oh, this is literally Aegon Blackfire. So let's deal with this rebellion. My god. It does look like more are joining with us, though, thankfully. The Hightowers, the Ironwoods, some Stormlanders that supported Robert want to support Aegon Blackfire. Alright, let's march south and have this battle. The Blackfires think they are the true Targaryens through their line. But this one is probably just a random SOC or Lyseni. Oh, and we've won there for some reason. Okay. Let's send the Ironwoods and the Hightowers to the Night's Watch. And ultimately forgive the house. I don't want to eradicate them. Okay, so unfortunately, Tommen Costain will have to be dealt with, and same with Aegon Blackfire. They are refusing to join the Night's Watch, so they've been dealt with. Viserys' 2 kills. So Tommen Costain, 35 of the Reach, and then Aegon Blackfire too. Funnily enough, he did actually have the Blackfire sword. So he definitely had the Conqueror's blade. Daenerys wants to travel abroad. No, wait, I know you're a lunatic, but geez, no, you will stay in the Red Keep until we are betrothed. So having in the bathhouse here, Tywin Lannister is making fun of me. I can get rid of Tywin now. I'm just being paranoid. He's not making fun of me. Let him be. It was really Renly and Mace who helped us. The Lannisters joined late. Sir Scaly Allard will give us the trait Aspiring Blade Master. Sure. Spitting Image of Rhaegar. I want to try and get his renowned up. Okay, so unfortunately, I can't marry Daenerys. Is it because I've switched to the Blessed Faith because of being so just? Maybe. Maybe I'll have to set aside Daenerys, unfortunately. Yeah, so Viserys Targaryen, the beautiful, the bold, peaceful king, will pardon a bunch of people too, which should help with the faith of the Seven. But yeah, so no Targaryen exceptionalism in this run. We could become a dragon riding house. Let me know in the comments, but I don't know. Oh, we also could marry Jon there, but no, I don't want to legitimize him. He's a bastard at the end of the day. So we've set aside Daenerys, and we need to find a queen for Viserys. Cersei Lannister instantly would be a smart match. if that would work. She did have a massive crush on Rhaegar in her youth. Ariane's unfortunately been married off and has 4 children. Quentyn still can marry Daenerys, though. How old is Marjorie? Oh, she's still way too young. Because this is still early in Robert's reign. Well, would have been. Oh, Cersei's imprisoned anyway. After Jaime's had Joffrey. But she's had a bunch of legitimate kids, which is interesting. Hoster rules here in House Tully. Brynden is imprisoned. And Dennis Arryn, the other side of the cadet branch of House Arryn, has taken over. Oh, but Jon Arryn has a daughter, Cara Arryn, half Tully. She survived the stillbirth. Balon rules. Sansa rules in the north. I don't think he would marry the traitors' houses, though, yet. Okay, so Denys Arryn is actually ruling here. He's the cousin of Robert Arryn and Jon. So there's a massive Waynwood line. I think the Targaryens, yeah, I think he would marry Cara Arryn. Because she's like the rightful eldest living son or daughter of Jon. Because the Targaryens and the Arryns do intermingle. The Arryns do have some far distant Targaryen blood. I think that would be sensible and realistic. And Viserys II married a Targaryen, an Arryn girl first. And then I think, yeah, it would have been Arianne Martell, but she's just been married off and has a bunch of children with this Sam Tarly looking guy. Her old husband became a maester, got sick of her. So let's marry Quentyn in to Dany, because he's alive in the books. Oh wow, we can just say House Targaryen if we want. No, I think we'll make it House Martell. And then we'll invite Quentyn to court, and then we'll try and combine the claims. I think that's what we'll do. Then there's Trystane. There's a fair few more. Doran has had some more children, which is interesting. And we've still got the Sand Snakes there too, who are all not spread around Westeros. But maybe we marry Marjorie to Viserys' son. And how's the Lannister family tree going? Yeah, so Joffrey's alive. Maybe I eventually get Joffrey to join the King's Guard. Oh wait, Tyrion had a daughter, but then vanished. Yeah, so Joffrey Hill. Yep, Joffrey Baratheon. Interesting. So, who did she marry? Oh, Garth Oldflowers. This is a cadet branch of House Gardner. Oh my god, that's incredibly shrewd. He's like a bastard, isn't he? He's like of flowers. Yeah. Oh yeah, so there is a distant line of gardeners here. Is Tywin really trying to make a claim to the Reach through the Gardner line? That is fascinating to see. He is too. Roderick is still alive, same with Marin. And funnily enough, Theon has joined the Night's Watch, the third child of Balon, because Lannisport was never attacked. Okay, so the Cara betrothal has been done. So that was a stillbirth, but in this alternative timeline, she survived. So House Targaryen and House Arryn will wed. Oh, I can get a new dog. I should call it like Drogon or something. Yeah, let's call the dog Drogon. All right. Unfortunately, Jonathor Darry has died. We'll have a grand wedding, though, here in King's Landing. I tend not to do it because it's usually costs quite a bit. You're better off putting it to men-at-arms, especially when you're warring, but now we're in a time of peace, and most of the lords like me over Robert. Okay, the grand wedding ceremony begins with Jon Arryn, 81, with Bobby B up on the wall. His daughter now being forced to become Queen of Westeros. Because people forget, even though Lysa Arryn is portrayed as not the best looking gal in the books, Jaime did fancy her. Particularly in her youth. Thought she was kind of hot. She looks more like Lysa. Okay, so the grand wedding put to bed. Alright. We have a wedding, and of course we have a, well, bedding. So there's a chance here to get a bunch of children. Lock the doors. Pycelle and the High Septon are watching. Making sure this marriage goes through. Nice. The grand wedding has been complete. And nice. Cara Arryn has been, well, impregnated. Okay, I need to remember Santagar, who I fought against. Oh, nice. Daenerys has had a child with Quentin. Mera, she's beautiful. Looks very salt Dornish, not sand Dornish. Interesting. Your Grace, the High Septon who crowned you is dead. Oh no. Let's pray. I can re-hilt Blackfire, yes. Let's do that. King Viserys, very pious, 25 years of age. We'll re-hilt Blackfire. Sure, why not? As we look to grow House Targaryen back up. Oh, nice. I've had a daughter. Let's call her after my mother, Rhaella, but we'll go with Ray, I suppose. Oh, wait, what? She's a dwarf? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I guess we have to send it to the Silent Sisters eventually. A snake in court? Renly Baratheon has been doing the hanky-panky with Renford Riker. Oh, no. I'm sure Viserys wouldn't mind, but he's been caught, and he's on the small council. Oh, my God. So maybe he is a religious fanatic, and he's probably going to send his dwarf daughter to the Silent Sisters. Loras is upset. His brother's on the Kingsguard. Riker. I think we demand the imprisonment of Renly. Actually, what we'll do is we'll summon him to bend the knee. And then we'll see what options we have. You've committed a crime. Oh, I can actually... I've called you here to die. I can imprison him. The tyranny. I will accept your oath of fealty. Because you still haven't bent the knee to this new king. And then we'll accept that. I can't believe... I kind of feel bad for Renly. It's just because he got caught. That's the only thing. It wouldn't have bothered me. But now he's made a scene in King's Landing and we have to deal and act with it. I can imprison him without being ruled as a tyrant. So I think firstly, we'll look to imprison Riker. Loras is not going to be too happy, but we'll do Renford Riker first, which is going to be 100%. So let's imprison him. And will that change things? So he's been now thrown in the dungeon, and we'll imprison Renly and see what happens. The realm is at war. Still dealing with Baratheon rebels. Alright, well, we'll fight this one in the next video. Okay, so not too many lords are standing with him. Mostly me. House Connington and Penrose are rebelling too. But unfortunately, guys, I've got to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the return of the Beggar King Viserys, who has now been coronated, married, has a child. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see the continuation on his reign. And we'll do that in the next video. We'll deal with this Renly Baratheon, another Baratheon civil war. But if we're successful, it looks like he's going to be joining the Night's Watch with Bobby B. I wonder if him or Robert will eventually become Lord Commander. That would be quite funny and fitting. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's video and been entertained. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.